Hello. I'm going to start by profusely apologizing for my microphone quality. I'm sorry. I have nothing else to use. But I saw a thread about someone trying to get IXION working with mods under Linux, and I thought I would make a video showing how to get it to run. Because it's pretty straightforward, it just requires a little bit of tinkering. So we'll go ahead and start by getting IXION installed. We'll go ahead and just install it to my specific location. It is irrelevant where you want to put it, you just put it where you want it. And we'll just wait for this to install real quick. It should not take very long. Alright, now that the game's installed, I'm just going to go ahead and do a first time run just to make sure everything's good. There shouldn't be any problems. IXION does run flawlessly under Proton, at least with AMD hardware. But there we go. Game is running. We'll go ahead and close that out. Alright, now the first step we have to do is we need to go and download the BeepNX pack, or the BepNX pack, however you want to pronounce that. What is going on? Weird. My browser was acting up. I apologize. I had the tab already open, but then my browser was being weird. Anyway, we'll go ahead and go to the IXION BepNX pack, and we'll download the Windows x64 version. I have it downloaded already, but you go ahead and get that downloaded. And then in your downloads folder, you'll get a Windows zip file here. We'll go ahead and extract that. I'll put mine, or extract, and I'll put mine in this X folder. I made that specifically for this. Okay, I'm going to close that. So now we have this X folder. Then what we'll go ahead and do is we'll, what did I do with Steam? There it is. Anyway, sorry. We'll go ahead and go to Steam and we'll manage the game and we'll browse local files. Easiest way to get it there, unless you know where it is. And then we'll just take everything in this zip or extracted zip and throw it in there. And that is the mod launcher for the game. But now we need to throw in some mods. So we'll go into the BepNX folder, go to plugins, and you'll put in all the mods you want to download from Nexus Mods for this game and throw it in there. I have mine stored on a Windows partition because I was using Windows to play the game before I figured out how to get mods to work on Linux. So I'm just going to go ahead and move those over real quick. You'll get yours downloaded from the internet, and you'll just take all those DLLs and you'll just throw them in that folder just as I am now. So do that. Alright, so that's done and that's done. Now, as we already know, it doesn't work like this. You can't just run the game and get it to run. But there's a really simple explanation for that. If we go ahead and look at the file structure here, when we copied over all those files for the mod launcher, it put in this win.http DLL file. And this library file is not being used by Proton, but this HTTP file here is how BepNX injects itself into IXION. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to edit this, we'll have to edit Proton to allow for this library to be used. So what we'll do is we have to install a program using your package manager. It's called Proton Tricks. I use Pacman slash Yay for the AUR helper. Uh, I'm not sure how you would install yours with your launcher, but that's how you install it. I already have mine installed, so I'm not going to. What? There we go. My finger is in the wrong spot on my keyboard. Anyway, so after you have it installed, you'll just run Proton Tricks -GUI or -GUI, so you have a graphical user interface, and then it'll show you all of your installed games with Proton. You'll select IXION, and we'll click OK, and then you'll get a bunch of errors about unknown file architecture. We'll just click through these. Okay, after that, then we'll just select the default wine prefix. We'll click OK. And then we're going to run wine CFG. And then we'll click OK. And then we'll get this tiny little light window here. And here we're going to go to the Libraries tab. And then we're going to create a new library override. So we're just going to type in that win HTTP. And then we'll click Add. And now we have a win HTTP native built in. Click OK. And then we can just close the Proton tweaks. And then after that, we should be able to just launch IXION, just like normal. We click play. And you'll get this console for the launcher. So if you see this, you'll know that it's working. And there we go. Now we go ahead and see that we have mods installed here. And then I can go ahead and load my game. I hope that wasn't too loud. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Alright. Now I won't go into the Galaxy view because I'm in endgame and I don't want to spoil it. But it is working. One of the big things I did was make my stockpile super big because I like having lots of storage. So yeah, there you go. That's how you know I got the mods working. And then I also have my super speed, so I have all my extra speeds down here. Yeah. So there we are. If you need any assistance, go ahead and leave comments. I'll help you the best I can. I also don't pay too much attention to my YouTube account, so it might not be something I see very often, but I will do what I can. And thanks for watching.